Hi, this is Caitlin Edwards for presentation number 2, A Personal Narrative. I will now turn the camera to my audience and get started. Years ago, I imagined my life a lot differently than it is now. There are many events through my life that I believe has helped shape me into the strong woman I am today. As a graduating senior, I believe attending Texas Tech has influenced my life greatly. First, I would like to talk about my life prior to college, my experience in college so far, and where I am today, and my expectations for the future. I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, where I was actively involved in competitive gymnastics for 8 years. My parents were actively involved in traveling with me around the country to all my meets. My daily schedule would be school plus practice, and I would sometimes come home at 9 or 10 at night. I quit gymnastics at age 13, which was 7th grade. From 8th grade on, I started playing tennis. I was involved in summer camps and clinics throughout the year. I would also play tournaments every month. I played 4 years of high school tennis, 1 year of JV, and 3 years of varsity. I went to 2 high schools in my life. I attended Clark for 2 years and Antonian for my junior and senior year, where I graduated in 2009. Overall, attending Antonian was a great experience. I made lifelong friendships and met some people with my same values. When it was time to graduate, I was looking forward to attend Colorado State University for my undergrad. I ended up dropping my enrollment because of financial issues and it was too far and I wasn't ready to move away from home. So I ended up attending Texas Tech in 2009. I attended orientation in July without even visiting and instantly fell in love with the campus. I thought it was beautiful. My declared major was ESS with a concentration in physical therapy. My first semester at Texas Tech was very rough. I actually wanted to transfer to Colorado to be with my boyfriend at the time, which would have been the worst decision I would have ever made since we ended everything in January of that year. I decided to give Texas Tech a second chance and had the best second semester. I ended up joining the club tennis team in spring 2010. I ended up meeting my best friends and ended up actually traveling to tournaments where my family came and watched me. They were considered my second family. I think the problem with my first year at Tech was that I was lonely. I only had my one roommate and I just hung out with a few people I met in orientation. And in the second semester, I mostly hung out with tennis people. My sophomore year was better. I ended up pledging Kappa Alpha Theta, a sorority, fall 2010. I met a group of girlfriends, which I actually never really had. I ended up going to a lot of frat parties and going out with the girls. I was also still involved in club tennis, and I actually ended up holding a position in Theta as alternate Panhellenic delegate, so I had to go to weekly meetings. I was still busy with school, taking at least 14 hours, and I also held a part-time job. My junior year, I still held my leadership position in Theta. I ended up working a new job at Theta as a preschool teacher. In the spring, I was left involved in Theta and worked a full load and had a full load of classes taking 17 hours, and I still worked every day of the week. And now, senior year. Senior year has been my most defining year here at Texas Tech. I ended up dropping Theta in August. And in fall 2010, I ended up dealing with a court case in my parents' divorce, so it was very hard getting through the fall, where I ended up dropping from 17 hours to 6 hours. I actually debated about leaving Tech for a semester, which would have pushed back my graduation. That would have been upsetting. All my free time, I went to work and went to the gym to work out. That was kind of my coping method. Currently, it is the spring semester and my last one at Texas Tech. I am now taking 19 hours to finish my ESS degree, all my prereqs, and my Bachelor minor. I am now involved in my church. I am in great health. I have the best of friends and anticipate graduation in May. I will be graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Sports Science. I plan on attending physical therapy school this summer in 2014, following the completion of all my prerequisite courses. This has always been the career I wanted to pursue ever since I had first-hand experience with the PT after hurting my back playing tennis in high school. I couldn't be more thrilled to graduate from Texas Tech. Even though I had a different plan for myself years ago, God's plan was better, and everything happens for a reason, even if we don't get all the things we want at first. I plan on going to CU in Denver, Colorado University for PT school if I get accepted. Who knows? I could have had a gymnastics scholarship if I continued with it years ago. Maybe I could have had a tennis scholarship to a small school if I took the game more seriously. But I have no regrets. The experiences that I have had over the years have shaped my life. Today I'm a determined, ambitious woman, strong with faith, and will do anything to fulfill my dreams. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for me.
Yay.
Yay!
Good job.
Very good. Good
That
job.
was very good.
That's good.
That was a great job. That was really good.